The final leg of John Gallagher's journey home from the battlefields of Syria began in Toronto Friday, when a crowd of Kurds gathered to thank him for taking the fight to the Islamic State. It ended in tiny Blenheim, where it seemed as though the entire town came out to pay their respects to the fallen hero in the war against terrorism. The former Canadian soldier volunteered to fight with the Kurdish militia and was killed earlier this month by a militant gunman. Thousands upon thousands of residents in southwestern Ontario saluted his sacrifice by standing on the side of the road as his procession rumbled down Highway 401. Social media was lit up with photo after photo of Canadians braving the cold to honor Gallagher, and hashtag Highway of Heroes was trending on Twitter. His funeral procession headed from Toronto west down Highway 401, where overpass after overpass was clogged with people carrying signs and waving Canadian flags. Emergency crews stood sentry on the side of the road as the procession ambled by. There were tears, tributes, solemn words, and a sea of red and white Canadian flags. Young and old stood on the side of the road to pay their respects to the soldier fighting in a war that visited carnage on France last week in a spate of attacks that left 130 dead, hundreds wounded, and a nation and world on edge. His journey ended in Blenheim, where he was reunited with his mother Valerie Carter. The streets were lined with flags and people who started singing "O Canada" in tribute. Their message was plain and simple. John Gallagher was a Canadian hero, and his sacrifice will not be forgotten.